Hello everybody and welcome to a very exciting update for Darkest Dungeon 2. It is patch day, everybody. And what does that mean? Oh boy, we got a big one. We got three big things going on today. Two major things, I guess. One broken into two things. We have mods and we have the updates to the Man-Arms and the Jester. Big stuff going on here. So, let's take a look at what's going on here. Let's get it a little delve into here, and then we're going to do a modded playthrough. I'm not going to do a base game playthrough quite yet. We're going to go through the heroes stuff. Nothing I have is going to change any of what the heroes do, so we're going to try those new Jester and Man-at-Arms skills out while also playing in a modded playthrough, though we're going to be limited on our path selection, I think, depending on how we do our mods here. So we'll see how stuff is going on. First of all, let's get into the mod notes from Michaela. That is Nintendo Switch. I do not care about that. Dark Side Mountain experimental release. You want to know what the dark side of the mountain is? Let me show you what the dark side of the mountain is. When you click on mods here, boom! Look at that, motherfucker. Now that's cool. This is the dark side of the mountain, which is where the modding is. Man, they did not have to do this, but they did, and it's pretty freaking sweet. So I like that. All right, so we've deployed a new build to the experimental branch. In this build, we've introduced official mod support. It is for Darkest Dungeon 2. If you're playing on Steam, you can now utilize the Steam Workshop to browse and subscribe to mods our test pool of mod creators have been working on for the past month. There's over 70 mods available. I would say about 50 of them are real mods. The rest of them are kind of just like testing mods. Yeah, lots of cool stuff going on there. We have a whole list of mods that we're going to be playing with on our mod playthrough. Assuming that they all work together, you can do exclamation mods to see what that list is. We encourage players who want to help test these changes and provide feedback to switch to the coming in hot beta branch on Steam or the experimental branch on EGS. There are instructions here on how to both mod the game and how to get mods installed on EGS or GOG. So if you have one of those other launchers and you're not on Steam, they have given you a way to get these mods downloaded, which is huge. On this side of the mountain, you can copy. Okay, so modded content is accessible differently this time around for Darkest Dungeon 2. We've invested extra effort into maintain base game functionality and ease of access to the game as we've designed it for you to play. Upon launching the game, you can now access the dark side of the mountain, which is what we just showed. On this side of the mountain, you can copy and migrate any of your profiles over. So you have separate profiles. You have your main player profile and you have your modded profile. So let's show you what that looks like a little bit here. So if you go over to the dark side of the mountain, you can start a new expedition. It won't be the same as your expedition on the main side of the mountain, right? But you can import your save data. So if you wanted to start on an account that has everything unlocked already, you can port over one of your save files from the main side and copy it over. That is a huge quality of life thing. Very cool. As far as the mods go, it's showing 0 mods. I'm gonna have to figure out and make sure. I might have to close the game and restart it and make sure that everything is showing there, because it should be showing a bunch of mods, because I did download and subscribe to a bunch of mods, but we'll see what's going on there. I am subscribed. We'll have to figure out what's going on with all that, and we'll figure that out outside of the list, outside of this, right? So, all right, back to this. Each profile can have its own set of mods set to active, and you are able to set the order that they will be loaded in to hopefully have control over mod conflicts if they arise. This is a really nice quality of life thing. If you've ever played with mods before, you know that some just don't work well together, or some need to have priority, etc. As we stated before, this initial release of official mod support is limited in what can be changed. We have been blown away by what creators have managed to accomplish with the tools we provided. Speaking of tools, we have also released the official Darkest Dungeon 2 mod tools on Steam. This information is all here in the official Darkest Dungeon 2 Discord, so definitely come check it out if you're interested in modding. If you are also a modder and you're interested in showcasing your mods, come join my Discord. I have an area dedicated to it. Now it is all free access. Everything can be, like, people can play these things. So if you are a modder, if you're interested in mods, if you want to commission mods, if you want to do whatever, I'd like to create a thriving kind of economy for that over in my Discord, exclamation Discord for more info. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can find that link in the description of the video. So for those who do not own the game on Steam, have no fear, mods will work the same on other storefronts, but require a little extra work to deposit. That's absolutely fine. Okay, so let's take a look at, so that's mods, right? Mods, very cool, very epic. We will do a modded playthrough here in a bit, and like get an idea. I have a few mods that I'm really excited to showcase and play. I actually haven't played any mods at all. I didn't playtest any mods. I kind of kept myself in the dark for all of that stuff, so really excited about this. So let's delve into the changes to Man-at-Arms and Jester. These are thick. They have changed these two heroes pretty dramatically. I think for the better, but we'll definitely want to get your input. If you don't like, or you disagree, or you love, or whatever this is, leave a comment in the video down below. If you're on Twitch, hey, leave a let me know right now. So, Man-at-Arms, Wanderer. The Wanderer path has been adjusted to provide a more balanced arrangement of tanking, support, and defensive options. Basically, jack of all trades, right? The Bellow speed debuff has been reduced from 3 to 2, so basically, Bellow has gotten worse on Wanderer, probably to make it more potent on other paths. Courageous Abandon has been reworked to improve access to the damage cap, flexibility, and thematic tone. So Courageous Abandon is an ability all of us know needs work, right? So this is a lot of change. Look at all these Courageous Abandon changes. The target ranks have increased from 1 to 1 and 2, which is incredible. That means it's much more usable. The cooldown has been removed. They now require at least one block or block plus token to use. Okay, very interesting. Courageous Abandon damage has been increased. Wow, massive increase from 3 to 6 to 6 to 8. So the max damage from it before is now the min damage on the new one. Play the first game heavily modded and set it in the mod list. Every time I open a new save file, it takes 10 to 15 minutes, but it's worth it every time. Hopefully this is a lot easier. It looks like it's going to be pretty easy, so we'll definitely have to check it out. I think I'm going to have to restart the game to get the mod list to load in, though. Courageous Abandon passive buff damage range adjusts from 9... What? Passive damage buff. Adjusted from 9 to 18 to 12 to 16. Okay, so this was reduced, the other was increased. Damage... Okay, so the damage has been increased and modified. Courageous Abandon... and Courageous Abandon Plus, I'm assuming, no longer gain discrete damage bonuses from different types of block tokens. Okay, so it's just one mass. Now gains plus 100% damage if you have 2 or more block tokens or block plus 2 tokens in any combination. So you don't need 2 of either, just plus 100% damage. That's pretty big. Courageous Abandon now grants Execution 2 when used with 3 or more block tokens. Oh, wow, that's potent. That's pretty awesome. I'm assuming that second range is for when you have the damage buff from the additional tokens, right? Courageous Abandon Plus and regular now prevent block gain for 2 turns after. So it stops you from gaining block. Basically, it kind of thematically makes sense, right? The idea is that you use your block to do a huge hit, and then you can't block for a little bit. Okay. Command cooldown has increased from 0 to 1. Command strength tokens now increased from 1 to 2 on Command Plus. Okay. So Command Plus now gives 2 strength. Interesting. Artie, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Defender and Defender Plus now have a cooldown of 1. Okay. Yeah, that probably makes sense. Yeah, it's a very potent ability. Hold the line immobilize token increased from 1 to 2. That's really nice. That makes it much more usable. You can lock yourself in and stay there. It's going to be great for the baby fight. Standfast and Standfast Plus now grant 2 taunt tokens. Okay, cool. Wait. Standfast. Wait, did Standfast grant taunt on Wanderer? It didn't before, right? So does it now do that base? Huh, okay. Interesting. Standfast no longer clears combo on upgraded. Okay. Standfast cooldown has increased from 2 to 3 to better match lepers with Stan. That's an interesting. That is to match leper. Okay. Inadvertent leper buff, I guess, maybe, or something? I don't know. Sergeant. The Sergeant path has been reworked to provide a more direct access to support options and improve viability for back rank placement. Okay, yeah, no longer clears combo. Ouch, yeah. Sergeant no longer has a chance to grant... So they got rid of all the, like, overarching does stuff, right? It doesn't give you the random ally, bleed, blight, burn resistance. It no longer grants plus 100% innate move resist, okay? Crush, Rampart, Hold the Line, Courageous Abandon, and Strategic Withdrawal no longer have damage reduced on this path. Great. Bolster is no longer affected by this path. Okay, interesting. Combo Heal is gone. It didn't say anything about Combo Heal on this. I don't think it's been removed. It didn't say anything about it. Bolster is no... Okay, Bellow and Bellow Plus now... I'm just going to say Bellow. Bellow now targets all heroes that are ahead of the Man-at-Arms in a lineup instead of all enemies, okay? The launch ranks have been changed to 2, 3, and 4. No longer considered a range skill. Can no longer crit. Can no longer debuff speed or remove crit and riposte tokens because it's not affecting enemies. Cooldown was increased from 1 to 2. Now provides plus 3 speed to all targets. That's huge. No, it's under Sergeant. Okay. I haven't gotten there yet. We'll get there. Bellow now removes 1 negative token from all targets. Okay, wow, that's huge. Bellow Plus, so it increases speed and removes a negative token from everybody. That's really cool. Very good support ability. Command cooldown has increased. Command can now self-target, okay? It no longer clears blind. It no longer grants strength. Command now grants a buff to target hero that causes their next successful hit to apply combo to all struck targets. This buff remains until a successful hit is registered or the battle ends. So it has to be successful. Does that mean a dodge doesn't count? So you can make Vestal give combo. I know I'm reading Sergeant. I'm not there yet. Crush is next. Let me get there. I'm reading in order, Burston. I know you're excited. I'm getting there. All right, yeah, that's huge. Okay, so you can now give other people the ability to apply combo. And it can self-target. So you could use this on Bellow. You could use this on Mag Rain. You could use this on any AoE ability, and I'm imagining it would apply combo on every hit. It is an exciting time, yeah. Command Plus now grants a speed token. Okay, so speed, cool. Crush launch ranks have been adjusted to 2, 3, and 4, so it's a back rank attack ability now. And it can only hit ranks 1 and 2. Okay, so you gain an additional rank that you can use it from? Yeah, so you can use it from 2, 3, and 4, not 1, but you can only hit ranks 1 and 2. Okay, it's a back rank damage now, okay? Like, you're in the back rank doing damage to the front. Crush and Crush Plus no longer heal the man-at-arms. Yeah, we knew that was coming, but that's only on Sergeant, so that's good. Crush and Crush, I'm not going to say both of them, now provide an unconditional 2-point heal to all heroes ahead of the man-at-arms when hitting a target with combo. So it doesn't heal him, it heals everybody else on your team? That's interesting. I don't know. That's a weird one. All right. Crush Plus now grants Immobilize to the man-at-arms when used. Okay, locks him in place. Interesting. Seems low. Yeah, it's definitely a, like, get people off death's door kind of thing. Let's see, this is server news. What's the server news? I want to see what this is. Oh, it's the dark side. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Gets you off death's door. Yeah, I think that's the point. Okay, Retribution and Retribution Plus... now target all heroes ahead of the man... Okay, Retribution... Wait, what? Retribution now targets heroes ahead of the man-at-arms on this path. Now grants a strength token to any target under 75% health. Grants a strength token to any target under... Retribution Plus now grants a strength token to any target not at full health. Retribution Plus now grants a crit token to any target under 25% health. Oh, that's wild. Huh. That's interesting. There's a lot of strategy to this. This is cooking. Equal or under or just under? It says equal to... Oh. I'm guessing it says just under, so it would be under. We'll have to figure out how that actually pans out. Standfast launch ranks changed to 1, 2, 3, so all ranks. Standfast can now target an ally, including the man-at-arms. Standfast no longer grants block token or recurring block buff. Standfast cooldown increased to 2. Now okay, so this is where the blight or the dot resist comes in. So it gives them a dot resist and a move resist, and then it's increased. Wow. So it's like a singular version of ounce of prevention. Interesting. But with also a move resist. Very interesting. Yeah, that's a really cool path. I like that. Okay, Bulwark. Bulwark path has been worked to better define its identity as a control tank rather than a soak tank. So so soak tanks absorb the damage. I think control tanks just mitigate damage, right? I think that's kind of the difference, right? Like, soak tanks just eat all the damage up, and control tanks are like either stopping the damage from happening or mitigating it somehow. We'll see. I think I'm trying to think of the definition there, right? Bulwark no longer penalizes crush damage. Okay, Bulwark and Bellow no longer debuffs target speed. Bellow crit values have been removed. Bellow now removes all strength tokens from targets. So it removes all strength. So again, it's mitigating damage, right? Bellow cooldown is better, so it takes away strength. Okay, interesting, cool. I don't know what the difference between Bellow and Bellow Plus is then. I guess the cooldown is just removed on Bellow Plus. Is that like a dead upgrade? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Matto, yeah. Hold the line no longer applies Immobilize to the man-at-arms to make him more performant in dance comps. Okay, so this is more of a dancey version of him. Hold the line no longer innately pierces 10% stun resist. Hold the line no longer inflicts stun versus combo. Oof. Hold the line crit increased to 15%. Hold the line now inflicts stun if the mana arms has 2 block or block plus tokens in any combination. So block tokens are like his special tokens now, right? Hold the line now consumes 2 block or block plus tokens, prioritizing regular block if the stun threshold is met. So you don't need combo, you just have to generate stun. Hold the line now grants plus 30% stun resist piercing if the mana arms has plus 3+ block tokens in any combinations. A lot of reading here. Lots of block tokens, he stuns better. Consumes an additional block token if the stun resist piercing threshold is met. Okay. Now grants 1 block instead of 2 block on Hold the Line. Okay. Hold the Line damage has been reset to its normal base. Okay. Rampart no longer inflicts stun versus wow, Rampart no longer stuns. No longer inflicts daze. Oh, this is huge. No longer innately pierces stun resist. Now inflicts 2 immobilize if the mana arms has 2 block or block plus tokens. Okay, so there's a difference now. One's immobilize, one's stun. Valid that they're not both the same ability, that one just moves you and one moves you 2 and one moves you 1. And, you know, I get that. Rampart now consumes 2 block or immobilizing target threshold is met. And move and debuff for pierce sting of the mana arm. So basically you knock them back and then lock them in place. That's a really good ability. Rampart consumes additional... Okay, that's fine. The knockback has been increased from 1 to 2 on Rampart 2. That's really good. Rampart damage has been reset. Rampart crit was increased. Okay. Riposte now has a 33% chance to inflict daze on the target. Oh, that's potent. Can you imagine if you can get some nasty stuns with that? That's pretty cool. Okay. Standfast launch ranks have increased to all ranks. Standfast no longer applies taunt on this path, making it easier to generate the needed block tokens to fuel Rampart. Okay, makes sense. You don't want him actually eating. You want him holding the block tokens for when you use them. Hold the line. Yeah, okay. Standfast now clears combo like the old Wanderer. Okay, so the combo clear is now on this version of it. And, okay, interesting. I like this. They're cooking with this stuff. All right, Vanguard. Vanguard path has been reworked to expand its combat options in ways better suited to the past theme of sacrificing defense for offense. Makes sense. Vanguard no longer gets 20% additional HP, no longer penalizes the dot resist. That's so nice. And it no longer affects Crush, so Crush doesn't just smack everything to death. Courageous Abandon launch ranks have changed from 1 to 2. Okay. Target ranks have... Oh, so you can use it from 1 to 2 and attack 1 to 2. Okay. Courageous Abandon no longer pierces block. Courageous Abandon does not gain plus damage from block tokens on this path, like it does on Wanderer. Courageous Abandon does not remove or prevent the mana arms from requiring block tokens, like it does on Wanderer. Courageous Abandon base damage has been adjusted, okay. The crit chance has been reduced. Each Courageous Abandon increases the damage of the skill by 2 for the remainder of the battle. This stacks up to 3 times. So the base damage would go up by 6 if you do it 3 times. Each use of Courageous Abandon decreases the max HP by 6 for the remainder of the battle. Okay, so he increases... Hey, Raven, how's it going?
Ambition is stirring in distant
Snowball Hero,
cities.
yeah. So he increases his damage and reduces his health every time he uses it. Very interesting. Looks like the upgraded version increases it by 2, stacking up to 5 times, and decreases his health by 4, only up to 5 times. Okay. Very interesting. Raven, hope your stream was good, man. Sorry, we're going through patch notes right now. These experimental... Yes, this just went live, Raven. Mods are now live as well. Each use of Riposte increases the damage of the skill by 1 for the remainder of the battle. Stacks up to 5 times. Okay, so Riposte now does... It gets higher damage each time he uses it. That last now I got it? Yeah. Each use of Riposte reduces the Vanguard's... Okay, so he reduces his dot resistances. Wow, interesting. Very duelist-like on this. Risky, but I like it, yeah. Bellow are now self-target skills. All previous skill... Bellow no longer... Okay, so it's self-targets. Bellow applies 2 stacks of the Courageous Abandon buff and debuff when used. So you can kind of prime him. So you can immediately... If you have Courageous Abandon Plus, you can immediately get 8 additional... No, sorry. 2. Sorry, 2, yeah, 2 times 2. So 4 additional base damage to Courageous Abandon skill immediately. Very interesting. Bellow and Bellow Plus now... Oh, and also does the same to the Riposte. Okay. Bellow deals 2 points of stress damage to the man-at-arms and 1 when upgraded. So it stresses him out, but he gets to prime his, like, stuff. Have a great stream. I'll have to check those notes later. Yeah. I'm glad you had a good stream, bud. Thanks for stopping by. Bellow will now suppress Courageous Abandon or Riposte debuffs for 4 turns if activated when the relevant debuff stack is at its limit. Okay, let me read that one again. Bellow will... So, what does it mean by suppress? It will stop it from stacking, or it will remove the stack? I think that just means it stops it from stacking. If you have the upgraded version of this, you won't stack the debuff side of those abilities when you use them. Or something like that. Yeah, so that's weirdly worded. Buff debuff stacks granted by Bellow will not exceed the stack limits. Okay, so you can't go higher than 3 or 5. Okay. Bellow will not grant any buff or debuff stacks for Courageous Abandon if the skill is not equipped. Oh, that's interesting. Makes sense. Probably just a coding thing, but I'm sure somebody would have found a way to, like, finagle that. Riposte is always considered to be equipped. Standfast launch ranks have increased to 1, 2, and 3. Standfast cooldown has increased. Standfast no longer generates block or taunt tokens. Now removes all of the buffs and debuffs when used. Standfast will now heal 10% for every 2 Vanguard buffs removed to a maximum of 50% at 10 stacks. Wow. So you can get all those stacks and then heal them for 50%. That's interesting. His trinkets. Price of Pride replaced Bellow skill stun token. Okay, sorry. Price of Pride replaced the Bellow skill stun with self Rampart skill riposte token. Okay, so Rampart. Price of Pride gives him riposte on Rampart. Standard of the Ninth. Removed gain on miss if rank is 1 weak token and Courageous Abandon skill plus 50% crit. It now applies to attacker when hit. Remove 1 positive token and gain when crit weak token. Okay. I feel like that's a little weak. If the enemy has, I guess it's good, but like a lot of the tokens that you care about are going to get used up when the enemy hits you. It's probably good for removing block tokens and nothing else, right? It's gonna, like, crit and strength are gonna get eaten when they hit you. So it's good for, like, they hit you and they lose a block token. So that could be interesting. Riposte debuffs? Yes, riposte debuffs are up here. Each use of riposte reduces the Vanguard's bleed, blight, burn resist by 8% for the remainder of the battle up to 5 times. Undeserved commendation. Reworked to target heroes. Crit token 10%. Command skill. Target heroes. So when he targets a hero, any hero with an ability, he can get a crit token. Command skills, block token, and taunt token. So you can give people block and taunt. That's pretty useful with Vestal. And apply on miss all allies behind 1 stress. That makes sense. That's thematic to him. If it was showed in-game, the patch is out. Yeah, I know it is, Vec. I appreciate that, but I'm going to read it here because it's much easier for me to read it here. But yeah, I know it's out. Thanks. All right, Jester. Finale and Finale Plus are now considered range skills on all paths. Yeah, this is just a lot easier for me to read, personally. Plus, we were going through the mod stuff, too, so. Let's just look at this again. I just want to look at this. Okay, back to Jester. Okay. Jester. The Wanderer retains his previous identity as a flexible unit with some improved support and increased rank manipulation options. Battle Ballad target ranks increased to 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can use it on any rank. Ooh, fancy, yes. Hey, Chef, how's it going? Battle Ballad now has a cooldown of 1. It no longer clears combo. It now provides an additional strength token on the plus version. In the event that it doesn't look, everybody is now playing Darkest Dungeon, you can see over there. In the event that it doesn't land the 15%... Okay, whoa, what's happening here? Battle Ballad now provides an additional strength token in the event that it doesn't land the 15% chance of a crit token. So it will always provide 2 tokens instead of only a chance of 2. Okay, so it's either 2 strength or strength and a crit token. Okay. Battle Ballad forward movement increased from 1 to 2 ranks. Okay. Encore and now applies 2 bleed to the target, formerly the intermezzo version of the skill. I think that's fair. Encore is very powerful. Giving it the bleed as like a base is probably pretty good, which means the intermezzo has probably been fucked with pretty heavily. Finale damage plus versus combo has been reduced to plus 50%. The cooldown has been increased. Finale now heals 1 stress if it kills the target. Finale plus now heals 2 stress if it kills the target. Okay. Finale now has execution value of 1. Ooh, workshop is live, Max. Yes. Whoa. I was not expecting them to give execution to Finale. That's actually one thing, if you've been around for a while, I adamantly said I didn't think they would give it. That's very interesting. So, a lot of people wanted that. Finale does a little bit less damage, but it can execute. Very interesting. Harvest, plus crit percent chance increase. Okay, Harvest Plus has a higher crit chance. Play out and play out target ranks have increased, so it can target every rank. And the movement hasn't. So it moves you. Battle Ballad and Play Out move you 2 now. Interesting. Finale works with Dismiss. Yes, Finale's a ranged ability now, so it does work with Dismiss's head. Very interesting. Virtuoso Path has been reworked. Okay, here's the big one. Here's the big nerf. Let's hear it. Virtuoso Path has been reworked as a stress management specialist with a variety of teams supporting Encore effects. This path no longer has all of its blanket buffs. Encore has been reworked into a unique version of this path. Okay, Encore launch ranks increase to all ranks. Encore moves the Jester back 2 when the ranks are used. Hi, Bate, how's it going? Encore no longer has a cooldown. Encore no longer provides an extra action. Encore now targets all allies, excluding the Jester. Has a use limit of 2 and 4 when upgraded. Okay, what is Encore gonna doing? Encore receives unique bonuses from Battle Ballad, Echoing March, Inspiring Tune, Play Out, and Solo. Encore and Encore Plus clear all next Encore buffs when used. Huh? Okay. Next Encore buffs provided by the above skill will only be applied if Encore is equipped. Okay, that's a background. Battle Ballad on this path matches the Wanderer version with the following exceptions. Battle Ballad does not increase the number of ranks it moves the target. Okay. Battle Ballad causes the next Encore to grant strength to all targets. Wait. Does Encore hit multiple people? Battle Ballad causes the next Encore to grant strength or crit to all targets. What the fuck? Echoing March now has been reworked as knockback skills. Echoing March target ranks adjusted to 1, 2, and 3. That makes so much sense. Wait, no. No, Echoing March moves back on this path. Oh, that's huge. Yes, new update. Duelist is hard to understand. New Virtuoso comes in, yeah. Echoing March changed to knockback. Echoing March debuff on turn start. Pull 1 changed to... Okay, so knockbacks. That's huge. I love that. That's great. Echoing March causes the next Encore to grant +2 speed for 3 turns. Okay, so what this is doing, you use one of these abilities, it gives you a buff, right? And that buff means that when you use Encore on a target, it gives them all of the buffs. So if you used Echoing March and then you use Battle Ballad, right? You would get a +2 speed for 3 turns, and you would get a strength token. And when you would get both those buffs, and when you apply Encore to a target, it uses both those buffs, and then it gives them those things, and then it clears the buff off the Jester. Finale damage versus combo target reduced to 50%. And cooldown has increased. Finale has a 50% chance to... Finale has a 50% chance per ally to heal 1 stress if it kills... So it can heal the whole team. 67% chance per ally to heal 1 stress if it kills the target. Wow. Stress heal for the whole team. Target to all allies. Does Encore target all allies? I'm guessing it must, right? Yes, now target all allies. Ah, okay, so these Encore buffs apply to the whole team. Got it, okay. Inspiring Tune no longer removes horror. Ooh, that's big. Inspiring Tune grants plus 100% stress resistance for 2 turns if the target has 7 or more stress. Okay, interesting. I mean, that's the Virtuoso buff there, but you don't get rid of the horror. Okay. Inspiring Tune causes the next... Okay, this also gets a buff for Encore. Inspiring Tune causes the next Encore to grant plus 25 stress resist to all targets for 2 turns and plus 33% chance when upgraded. Okay, so it's a team-wide stress resistance. Very interesting. Play Out on this path matches the Wanderer version, does not increase... Okay. Play Out causes the next Encore to grant block to all targets. So all of these abilities grant Encore like a buff, and you can probably stack them all and then use Encore and then give your team like a mass amount of buffs. That's crazy. I don't know how useful that is in practice, but it sounds cool. Okay, Solo now targets all enemies who have combo. Whoa. Solo targets all enemies who have combo. Okay. Solo no longer applies combo. Solo applies a random weighted negative token to all enemies with combo and consumes the combo. Okay. Solo plus reapplies the combo to all targets. Oh, that's crazy. Solo plus 2 times dodge tokens have been reduced. Okay, so no dodge plus, just regular dodge. Okay. Solo now has a native crit chance, causes the next Encore to remove 1 negative token on all targets, and guaranteed on Solo plus. Wow. That is a lot to digest. That is crazy amount to digest. Guys, we're 35 minutes into this. We're only just this far in. This is huge. That's a massive change. I'm really interested to see how that plays out. All right, Soloist path. Sorry, I'm powering through these. We'll talk a bit more about them because I really want to get into the mods. Soloist has been reworked to focus on direct damage and self-sustainability via craftable finale effects. Craftable finale effects, okay? This path no longer penalizes HP or speed. Path increases the damage... Okay. This path increases the damage of the next finale by +2 whenever the Jester is missed by an attack to a maximum of 3 stacks. He's the duelist. Increases the damage of melee skills by +1 until the end of combat whenever the Jester is missed. The Jester is missed in an attack to a maximum of 3 stacks. Duelist. Okay. This path no longer affects Razor's Wit, Fade to Black, or Slice Off. Finale damage return to the Wanderer Valleys. Finale damage bonus versus combo reduced to 50%. No longer has a cooldown. Backwards movement reduced from 3 to 2. Finale now has a use limit of 3 times per battle. Finale receives unique bonuses based on Battle Ballad, Harvest, and Playout. So the theme I'm getting here is that using other skills will give him a buff that he can then use on like a big thing. So either support or in this case it looks like damage, right? Next finale buffs provided by the above skills will only be applied if finale is equipped. That makes sense. Finale consumes all next finale and melee damage buffs when used, okay? Finale stores all consumed buffs as a last finale buff if Encore is equipped. These buffs are inactive and provide no benefit of their own. I'm gonna guess the Encore will allow you to reapply the buffs from your last finale, even though they got cleared, so you can then do it again immediately. Interesting. Let me see. Encore no longer provides an extra action. Encore launch ranks increased to all ranks. Has a cooldown of 4 and 2 on upgrade. Now self-target skills. Encore restores all inactive last finale buffs to their active next finale state. This includes any stored melee damage. Okay. Last finale bonus for finale damage and melee damage will be added to any active stacks rather than replacing them during restoration. Okay, so it just gets added. It doesn't replace them. So that way, I think they can still die off or something, right? Encore now moves the Jester forward 1. Encore now grants a speed token to the Jester. Okay. Battle Ballad on this path now matches the Wanderer version. Battle Ballad does not increase... Okay. Battle Ballad causes the next finale to ignore blind. Okay, so you can make it so that his finale will hit unless there's a dodge. Battle Ballad Plus causes the next finale to ignore dodge and blind. Okay, that's really, really good. Harvest damage has been increased. Crit has been increased. Harvest launch ranks increased. Harvest no longer innately pierces bleed resist. Harvest no longer inflicts bleed. Harvest heals the Jester for 10% per bleeding target hit, or 15% when upgraded. Now he has a self-heal? Okay. Harvest, crazy synergies with bleed teams here. Harvest causes the next finale to grant a Jester a 20% heal. Okay, so he uses Harvest, and then if he uses Finale, he can heal for 20% or 30% when upgraded. Okay. Play Out. This is all boring stuff. Play Out causes the next Finale to ignore guard tokens. Causes it to ignore block and guard when upgraded. Solo launch ranks have been increased. It's now a self-target. It no longer applies combo, no longer grants speed. Cooldown is increased from 1 to 2. Now grants 2 times taunt tokens. You can give him... Okay, that makes sense, because you want him to dodge, right? Wow. That was a lot to digest. I don't even know what to say about this. It sounds better. I wouldn't say it's a nerf, but it's definitely more fun. It's less like hit button kill enemy, right? It's a build up here. It's a snowball hero, yeah. Intermezzo Path has been refined to further emphasize its focus on bleed and unpredictable support. They cooked hard, man. Battle Ballad retains the former Wanderer target ranks of 2, 3, and 4. Battle Ballad no longer clears combo. That's been removed on all of Battle Ballads, it seems. Battle Ballad can no longer apply dodge or block tokens. Battle Ballad... I'm gonna forget how to say Battle Ballad by the end of this. Weighted random bonus token list has been adjusted to select from strength, crit, or speed tokens. It adds a 5% jackpot extra chance of extra action to the list and increases the weighting of crit. So strength, crit, speed, or an extra action. Jackpot. I love that. Jackpot is really cool. So there's like, I wonder if there's others. Echoing March no longer applies on-move bleed debuff. Echoing March pull reduced from 2 to 1 to maximize the value of on-mood bleed debuff. Oh. So only when it's upgraded does it apply the bleed. Okay, that makes sense. Echoing March and the upgraded version doesn't pull them too, so it gets more chances to pull them and bleed them. Echoing March continuous pull debuff reduced from 2 to 1 for the same reason, yeah. Echoing March Plus now only rolls a single debuff resist check when applying both debuffs. Either both of them apply or both of them will be resisted. Okay, that makes sense. It's gonna be annoying sometimes, but I get it. I guess there's not much, I guess the idea is that way you can't, like, get the bleed to stick and then move them around with other heroes. You either have to get both or none. Encore are no longer affected by this path as the former Intermezzo version is the new default. Finale cooldown increased from 2 to 3. Finale damage, 50%. Finale now deals an additional plus 50% damage versus a bleeding target, so bleeding combo target does a lot of damage. Yeah, it is. I'm speaking a lot. Inspiring Tune target ranks is now full party AoE. Okay. Inspiring Tune stress heal reduced from 2 to 1. Outset prevention is back. Inspiring Tune stress heal reduced from 2. It's no longer grants 20% stress resistance buff. No longer removes horror. Inspiring Tune targets all heroes with 5+ stress. Inspiring Tune heals 1 stress on all targets, plus an additional 1 stress if the target has bleed. So it can heal 2 stress on all targets if they're bleeding. Inspiring Tune expands targeting to any hero with 5+. Okay, so it expands. Separately heals 1 stress if the target is bleeding, and 1 stress if the target has 5+ stress, allowing minor stress healing of targets who are under the normal stress threshold. Oh! So you can always do the 1 stress. If they're bleeding and they're at 4, they will heal down to 3. Very interesting. Inspiring Tune, bleed decreased from 2 to 3. Okay, so it still bleeds the whole team. Okay. Play out, retain the former Wanderer. Play out, retains the former Wanderer backward movement. No longer apply clears combo. Can no longer apply strength and crit tokens. Weighted random bonus token list has been adjusted to select from block, dodge, or speed tokens. Improves those block plus, dodge plus, speed, or a jackpot 100% heal.
Will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
I love these jackpot ideas. Solo now has an innate 5% crit chance to support bleed application. Okay, cool. That's crazy. So you can get a random 100% heal if you're lucky. Or unlucky. Maybe you don't want the heal. Okay, Busker's Hall. Overhaul to have target hero... Okay, I'll go... The trinkets, they're the trinkets. I'm not going to go through all the trinkets. Oh, okay. Have target hero dodge 20, target playout skills, remove 1 negative token, ballad battle skills, turn star... Okay, this is all fine. Cool, great. Other changes. Firefly and Firefly plus combo effects now correctly applies to an adjacent monster even though the target dies. Great. Same with Ransack. Okay, Binding Blade, Crusader. Wanderer Rallying Cry has been worked. Rallying Cry now removes all blind, weakness, and vulnerable from a target. Blind. Removes blind weakness from the Crusader. Wow, this is really interesting. Fixed an issue with the Intrepid paths buffs incorrectly stacking beyond 5. Okay. Altar will no longer attempt to use the Altar of Cowardice or Altar of Obsession skill if there are no valid targets. Okay. Ghoul, Skull Toss cooldown! Skull Toss cooldown! Skull Toss cooldown! Skull Toss cooldown! Yes! Fuck yes! Woo! Ghoul Rend ranks increased to all ranks to prevent a back rank Ghoul from having no attack options if both Skull Toss and Howl are on cooldown. Okay, great. Skill weighting to slightly favor Rend. He's gonna Rend more, baby! Yes! Pillagers, implication, misfire now properly counts as a missed attack and will no longer trigger on-hit effects. Okay, that's probably good. Increased spawn rate of hard swine mashes during resist encounter. Great. Slightly increase the chances of the Shambler appearing at road encounters in Shadowy or Lesser. Okay, bosses, spoilers. Ravenous Reach Teardown now ignores stealth when the target has your next token. Fuck you. Collector no longer spawns. Whoa. Collector no longer spawns when trophies are in the inventory. A trophy must now be equipped. Oh. Ooh, that's great. No more immediate collector after fucking lair. Oh my god, yes. You can now actually strategize when you want the collector to show up. That's huge. You can hold on to the trophy for the whole run in Region 1 and just not use it if you don't want him to show up. Bastard's Beacon runs just got a whole lot fucking easier. Stewpot chances to produce items have been increased. Explosive magazine increased. Tinker's Bench increased. Duration of dots now appear in more tooltips. Okay. Combat items now use dynamic strings. Something, something. Huge. Alright. That's massive. That's the patch notes. We're gonna end that video here. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I appreciate you watching. Go check out the patch stuff yourself. If you like something, hate something, let me know in the comments. This is massive. Appreciate you watching the video, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.